Hi, I'm Randall, this is Brenton, and we're here at Henley Beach, Adelaide, South Australia, and today we ask the question, what is your earliest childhood memory? Now, both of us are going to give answers to this question, but we'll do that at the end. Let's see what people have to say.
What I remember is me, definitely I remember myself, was riding the bike at 3 years old in front of my house. That was like a big place, a big plaza.
I was probably 2 or 3 years old on a beach in Italy that I remember.
That's nice. Probably camping with my family down the beach as well. Clearly, those holidays, they leave an impression. Curious.
For me, I think it's probably my grandma. She's played a big role in the kind of person that I've turned out to be. She passed away last year, but I think a lot of my childhood memories were surrounding her, like spending time with her, going to her house, eating her food. And so that brings me a lot of comfort to know that I've, been able to spend time with a person like that. So she's probably, the best childhood memory that I have of, myself.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Back in 98, a lot of years ago. And because my parents always told me, because you start riding the bike before talking. So, and I remember I was 3 years old for that. And I was with this little yellow push bike. And I was trying to do the jump from a cliff. Not from a cliff, sorry, from a rock. Yeah, and that is, I have a very clear image in my mind about that time. That's amazing, yeah.
My earliest childhood memory is playing at the back of my pa's motorbike at his house.
I had this memory when I was about 3 years old on a tricycle. I ran into a wall and lost my 2 front teeth, and that's probably it. Yeah, it was painful.
Yeah, I think like a big thing for me as a child was when I was 6 years old, we moved from the Netherlands to Australia, and that just really, stuck with me because it completely changed my life. And now, I'm back in Australia visiting. I haven't been here for 9 years. I'd moved back to the Netherlands previously. So yeah, it's really nice being back here now and seeing it again. Yeah.
My earliest childhood memory is walking hand in hand with my grandfather in Bristol in England down to the steam trains. And I can remember it was a hot day like this, and you could smell the tarmac and you smell the steam trains. So. I love steam trains still.
I do remember in Ireland sitting up on the wall with little plastic bottles, just collecting stuff and being very happily engaged in amusing myself. Probably age 3.5.
Probably going to Dream World and all that stuff in Queensland, I reckon, but that's pretty young, I think.
Yeah, I remember going to Wet n Wild in a full body wetsuit, and I would have been very young, and I bent over and it split at the back, so it was a bit embarrassing.
My 10th birthday party on the lawn with my sisters. Good fun.
Meeting my first friend at daycare.
I remember with my friends, so not a lot, but I remember we play with my friends, only that,
I don't know, coming to Adelaide and going to the zoo.
Mine's at my grandmother's place in a suburb called Nailsworth, and I remember the big fig trees and everything, and the backyard looked huge. I must have been about 2 or 3 years old, I think, but I do really, that's quite a vivid memory for me,
Mine would probably be going over to Sydney when I was about 5 and seeing my family, and going to Luna Park, and my brother looked really unwell on one of the rides, and I thought it was the funniest thing.
Me and my brother, we were about 5. We were down California Street, and the cemetery is just up the road from there. So you go down Delanga Avenue, go Cemetery, and we used to be scared because it was like, the wind's blowing, there's ghosts here. That's probably one of the funny ones, but yeah, I don't know.
We used to live down Mount Gambier when I was a little fella, and a firecracker went down my boot. I'll never forget that.
I think going crabbing with my family when I was like 4 or 5, and my brother used to throw the crabs at my sister, and that was quite entertaining. And then I learned that I didn't like to touch the bottom of the beach floor because they like to bite your toes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my cousin stole my face cream and I was putting it everywhere around the house and I was upset.
Mine would be sitting in the kitchen in a tin bath in front of a fire.
You're that old?
Yeah, I'm that old, yeah.
Very cool memories there shared by a few people. I can relate to some memories right here where we filmed today at Henley Beach here in Adelaide, South Australia, because this is where I grew up. So my early childhood memories were being here, and now it's changed a lot in 50 years, but this is rich in memories for me. Another memory of mine, I remember running away from home when I was 3, less than 3 maybe, and being found about a kilometre down the road by some hippies at the time, and being taken door to door down the road until finally my sister found me. But that's an early memory. I just kind of remember it. Yeah.
What stood out for me was the fact, memory can be a big thing, an incident or something, or it can be a very minor thing. Like for me, my earliest memory would be with my grandmother out the front of our house, and some other kids were throwing stones.
Right.
And I was quite incensed.
Oh.
So I was talking to my grandmother about it.
Yes.
And so it was a very, minor kind of incident. But, that's my earliest memory.
Yeah.
So,
these things, they enter our brains and they sear in there, and we never forget these moments.
Thanks everyone for watching, and more big, beautiful questions to come.
Yeah.